not a vampire, not an alien. I'm not the fucking mummy, I'm a goblin.
Greetings and welcome! Hey, I am back, baby! Oh yeah! I'm a bit behind with the Mandalorian. I mean, I saw episode 1 right before my PC had to go in and being rebuilt, upgraded, then having a new PC, a whole fucking new PC. So that was 2 weeks, 3 weeks kind of thing going on. So I'm kind of behind with videos. So these are 3 episodes in one video because I kind of need to if I'm gonna catch up. So this is the Mandalorian. I have seen TV shows. I have seen lots of things, and I think mostly Disney doesn't do it as well. It's never above my expectation. It's always like beneath my expectation what I think it's gonna be good. I mean, even lots of movies and TV shows are right now not so. But when Disney makes it, it's always like a little bit disappointed. Sometimes more than others, but there's this fucking disappointment for having that much money. They mess it up a lot, like very much a lot. But that's my opinion about it. So when I watch The Mandalorian, I get blown away every time how good it is. The Book of Boba Fett, there are good parts in it, but the general thing, it's not that good. It's very Disney-fied, Boba Fett, because Boba Fett's more mercenary. He's not even a good Mandalorian, he's a mercenary. But there is The Mandalorian, the series is the perfect version of Star Wars. In my opinion, yes, there is Baby Yoda. And here's Baby Yoda coming along. But feels so much in the lore of the Mandalorians. So much that I'm like, this is my magic. This is what I love most about Star Wars, the Mandalorians, the lore, their fucking whole thing since the first Mandalore, like the whole history about the Mandalorians. I love it. I always in love with how cool and awesome the Mandalorians are. And because of that, the Mandalorians history is like season 1, season 2, all that really fucking fun. You get in season 2, you get Bo-Katan, you get much more of that lore. But in this season, it even goes way more. He needs to bathe in the minds of Mandalorian planet. So they're like, you have to bathe there. So he tries to get to an old thing, finds out that Cara Dune is not here anymore. She got promoted. Because, she needs to be promoted. She's happy with it, and, at least she's not dead. I love that character. Unfortunately, with some drama and Murphy, she's not coming back anytime soon. So we got that going on. But the Mandalorian is like, here, this city is now much better than it used to be. It looks wonderful. He is agreed, and he wants the only droid that he trusts. But they're like, this droid's not gonna work. He tries to make it work in episode 1, doesn't work. He also goes to, eventually goes to Bo-Katan, but she's like, fuck off! Fuck off, man! I don't want you here, I don't want you there, I want you gone. It's like, you won, everybody left me, after the sword is in your hands. I'm here alone. I should have been the one to getting the black, but no, another Mandalorian gets it, and that Mandalorian is not even so good as I am, and he gets it. So fuck off. So she's a little bit pissed. She's in her throne room alone for 3 episodes, and she eventually is like tries to keep him away from it. But the Mandalorian is very much like great. How like he's very much a bit religion with the Mandalorian's warrior race, but I like it about him. Sure, the helmet could be a little bit less, but it's still so fucking great. The Mandalorians are always like the Mandalorian. I hope this Mando becomes the Mandalorian on some point. It's like him or Bo-Katan is gonna be the leader, I feel, again. Either way, he is tries to get to the thing. Baby Yoda is still on. Grogu is still around, still behind it. He got back because, you know, in the book of Boba Fett, he had 2 years with apparently with Luke Skywalker, and now he's back. He's back with because he's like, Jedi or Mandalorian. I mean, the Jedi kind of left and, you know, failed miserably, and I got trained by a lot of Jedi. So let's try the Mandalorian way. I mean, I kind of like this guy, you know. I'm 50 years old. I still have like a million years ago for me again. So I stay with him. So he stays with Mandalorian, and you know, he gets a little bit trained here and there. He gets a little bit trained between scenes, between stuff. He gets a little bit trained. Bo-Katan, he's like, I'm gonna go to Mandalore, and Bo-Katan is like, yeah, you know, it's cursed. Like, it's not cursed. I will prove it's not cursed. Yeah, he gets some droids, a very scary droid that's very scared of everything, but gets the Mandalorian gets still convinced. Like, his Jin is like, you know what? I'm gonna like let it go. I'm gonna have this be in the way, and I forgot what I was saying. What the fuck, man? Anyway, so in the second episode, Bo-Katan kind of still says fuck off. He gets a droid. The droid goes to the planet Mandalore. He has to make an assumption. He is like, I wanted to prevent this from ever happening. You know, that I have to get in there, making my helmet pressurized so I can breathe in there. I wanted to prevent that, but, you know, I apparently have to do this. So he gets in there. He gets attacked by some time machine monsters, and he gets like, oh shit, almost gets killed, but he gets the better of most of them. Well, actually all of them. But still, like, he tries his sword, but he's still not good with his sword. I hope he gets good at it, because it's very much like, you trained a little. In the book of Boba Fett, you kind of got trained with it. You were able to blast Gideon with a fucking stake. And yes, the blade is much stronger, and it takes much more training than you do a normal blade. The Darksaber, not one to trifle with. So he's in this planet, goes even deeper because he needs to get deeper in the mines of Mandalore for that. He's like, okay, I know it's somewhere, but then he finds this helmet of a Mandalorian. He's like, this is helmet. Oh, the power. Oh shit, it's a trap. He gets trapped because he's alone. First, you know, Baby Yoda keeps on, Grogu keeps on like sneaking around, trying to free him, but even he is not strong enough to free it. Apparently, it's very heavy. Heavier than a fucking rhino or that he did in season 1. But either way, so he cannot open it, cannot get out of it, and this General Grievous ripoff, very horrifying creature, like really cool. I really love it. The way he looks, like very horrifying. This feels like so Star Wars and Alien, and I like really more horror. I love the fuck out of this episode, and. So he's like, go to Bo-Katan. Why Bo-Katan? Someone like, why not Boba Fett? You know, somebody has a better relationship. But one, that's out of the system. And two, what the fuck does Grogu knows where to go? He's like, go to Boba Fett. All the way to Tatooine. That's gonna take a while Bo-Katan is in the system. So he sends Baby Yoda after it. Baby Yoda goes in the ship, gets in there, escapes, does even a force push to try to gets to Bo-Katan, and he's like, okay, you did all this, you have this, and now I have to go back get Jin. So he gets to the Mando, gets into the mine, shoots. It's like, you know. Your daddy-o is not the only Mandalorian. We're all fucking Mandalorian. Hello, we have helmets. Hello, I'm just saying there are more Mandalorians than you. And the Mandalorian that you've been, you know, all the ways. You have to trust me. We can all be Mandalorians. So she gets frees Jin, has to fight. It's also not the easiest fight for her, but she is a very much capable warrior. She has in the Clone Wars we've seen her fight. We have seen her in Rebels fight. She has some more experience than Mando. Even though he's also a badass and he still fucking looks awesome and is fun. But either way, he is awesome as hell. And now he has to fight. He fights. He's still there. His blood's getting drained while Bo-Katan keeps on fighting. He even gets the sword. She knows how to handle it because she has had it before. It's the whole reason. She knows how to handle. She knows how to do it, and able to cut it out a little bit, fighting here and there, but able to win it. Then they go to the mines of Mandalore. They go deeper into the mines of Mandalore. So they go deeper in the mines, and they go trying to get the water, this magical water. She doesn't seem like believing in it. She's like, I'm gonna give you the tool. The Mando was on the beast, the Mandalorian beast dragon. I forgot the name of that thing. It's very much a big thing. He attempted first of those very dragon beast, and that came the logo of the Mandalorians. Like, he tempted the beast and right on it. That's like the Midasar, that was it. Like the giant Midasars. And it's like, but they wiped out. It's like, there is no Midasar. But if you want to be a Mandalore, either have the Darksaber or have a Midasar. So that's like a very big, very much big thing. That's good kind of thing. Here to the history. I would love to see a Midasar. Funny enough, 5 seconds later, Jin falls to the ground because, the water is much deeper than you think. And he has a helmet on that's made of metal. Very much powerful metal. So, whoop, right to going down. Of course, she has a jetpack, so she goes into the jetpack, gets him, and on her way up, she sees the Midasar. They're still alive! Holy shit! What the fuck? There's a Midasar. I'm like, holy, we're gonna see a Midasar. Oh my god, in live action, even though. I'm like, holy moly, that's insane. This means a lot, like really much. Like, this is one of the biggest twists we ever had. I mean, the Mandalorians. We already have so much of the lore of the Mandalorians. And now we get a Midasar! A fucking giant Midasar! That's gonna come at the minds of it. It's like this used to be, where all the Midasars were the breeding ground of the Midasars. But they got wiped out, they all got destroyed, there's not any life. But now we find out there is one. And it seems like he awakened because of the bombs from the Empire. A Midasar awakened. It's like the Cthulhu-esque thing. It's like he's deep in the water and he gets awakened and then starts to spread. It's so fucking awesome! I'm just in love with that this actually happens in my lifetime. I'll always love the Mandalorians. Always the greatest race ever. And after that, the Sith, then I was like, then I love the Sith, like their whole lore, but mostly the Sith Empire I like more than the Rule of Two. But at least we're getting more Mandalorian lore instead of the Sith lore. The Sith you just hear about, and it's like very boring. I love the Empire Wars, like that whole Empire stuff. But the Sith Empire, not the Empire, Galactic Empire, but the Sith Empire, the Old Republic era. I love that lore so much, like that, the warring. And here we get the Mandalorians. The Mandalorians are more honored, everything. Because even after all this, after she also bathed in the... It's mostly to rescue somebody, but still, she did it. She gets... she doesn't tell it. She doesn't tell it to Jin... it's like to the Mando. It's like, yeah, did you see something? Did you see something weird down there? Something beastly? So like he's like, no, should I have? It's like, nah, never mind. Maybe it was my mind tricks on me, or I can keep this for myself. And if I cannot have the dark blade, I can have the Midasar. If I can tempt the Midasar, I'm gonna become Mandalore! There's no way down. But I hope it's Mando that's gonna get it, and Bo-Katan being the right hand of Mando. But you know, I have a feeling it's either gonna be Mando or Bo-Katan that's gonna have the mighty Midasar as her whole her thing. One of the two. I feel like how much, because after this they wanna go back to her palace. It gets destroyed by some bombers and some Empire stuff, because you know she stole lots of Empire things to get to try to get Mandalore back, and the dark saber back. She wanted the dark saber back. Didn't work because Jin got it in the ending. But either way, so now it gets bombed. It's like first they can try to figure out the others, then we find more. She's like, this is very much small. There are lots of ships of the Empire for somebody that's like just a warlord. Like this doesn't make sense that this is so many. So she has to guide, and Mando is like, here is some coordinates. See me there, and they go there. We find out there is where the other Mandalorians are, the ones from Jin's whole clan. Apparently, they're very much forgivable. They go down, they see her first, like, yeah, I don't think you went to Mandalore. Yeah, I don't think you went to the sea. Yeah, I don't believe that. I don't believe you bathed in the sea. And it's like, well, I did. I have even proof of it. Even though Bo-Katan is not really believing that there is something special about the water, but I still bathed in it. I still have the whole thing to prove it. And she's like, I will see. She does the thing. It's like, oh, look at that! You're right! Yeah, I see it. Like, there was some little magic thing going on, and I'm like, huh, maybe there is something magical about it. I just was like religion stuff thing. And even though it's not true, it's like in your heart, it feels like it's good to be part of something like this, to be part of some clan. And also, I know Bo-Katan is also welcomed back. It's very weird how, like, all the war, not believing in their ways, and she is like, you can join us. Like, you have been in Wave, you have not removed your helmet since you were. And it's like, no, I didn't. So you're one of us. So I'm like, wow, that went fast. I thought she was like, yeah, you're never gonna be one of us. And Bo-Katan is also silent for the whole time. She doesn't remove her helmet. She doesn't like say. It's also maybe because she's a bit lost and feels like literally her whole crew of the Mandalorians that she was with, that followed her, just left her as the moment as nobody said. She's like, I think she wants to feel welcome a little bit more. She wants to be maybe the leader still, but she also is like, I want to be part of the Mandalorians again. She feels more and more as an outsider, alone, being the one that's responsible for the last thing. Like, and now she has she can be one of the Mandalorians. So yeah, now this is the way. Now she is a bit more in this cult that she doesn't like, but you know, I think she trusts Armando. I'm not sure. It's also like she kind of says, I think they have both of a respect of each other, but they still have like a little bit of intensity. She wants to still lead the Mandalorians, and she still doesn't like her enough for, you know, for having got the thing that she wanted, the dark saber gone from her, that whole thing, you know, and you know, being in this cult. But now she's in the cult as well. She calls it cult. I call it, you know, just the weight of the Mandalore, the way. Sure, the helmet is maybe a little bit much of it, but it still feels like it fits. It's still like, I love the Mandalorian's armor, so why not a little bit more of that? And I love not much series do this as good as that. Certainly not when you have an actor, and most actors are like, I don't want to have the helmet up on all the time. I don't want to have it on. It's like, because you see that so many times, big actors thing. It's like normally they have a helmet up, but because they wanted to see the face or able to do more face expressions, the helmet goes off for everything. At least in this one, not. And we also got another thing about the doctor that's from like that this cloning doctor in season 1. He did some DNA of the now everything gets erased of him. It's like, first they have this side plot that takes way too long, if you ask me right now. It's like, here he is, this human tries to do something for the New Republic, tries to get to the New Republic, and then gets convinced to do something above the New Republic because it's in the better way of the New Republic. So he gets that, tries to do this, his lab, knowing the things, but then gets caught, and because he got caught, he's now on the thing. His brain is gonna be erased. Well, actually, it's not actually erased, but you know, a little bit thing. But she betrayed him, and after that, made sure his memories are gone. My guess is she's an agent of the Empire, and still like, yeah, she's like, oh yeah, I'm part of this whole thing, New Republic, but she feels like she's more in double agent because it feels like she's trying to do this, erase all the things for that nobody can clone, that the New Republic will never be able to clone again. Though you could have just killed him, but you know, there should be something behind it. That's pretty much it. I liked it. The last episode was a little bit less, but that's because I have no idea where that's going. That plot's like, why is his memories erased? Who is she? Is she important? Is she just a throwaway thing for his story arc? You know, I don't know. But in general, the Mandalorian lore is always so fun thing to listen to hear about. I have seen videos about it. I have seen comics about it. But seeing it in live action and with the Mandalorian, I was like, I love the lore in the Mandalorians, and it will always be my favorite Star Wars thing ever. So no Star Wars movie ever can top on this. So yes, Disney has done something good, and mostly this good. And you know, Fallen Order is also cool, but I like Star Wars Force Unleashed better. So from Star Wars games, still not the best, but from Star Wars movies and TV shows, The Mandalorian is so great, incredible. I could not be happier with what we got. These are the two, and of course, the first episode I given 9. The second one I given solid legendary, no, Omega 10. No, yeah, because it ends with the third one I give it another 8. Maybe also 9. No, an 8. The first one a 9. The third one an 8, even though there was some Bo-Katan getting off the ship and joining this cult of Mandalorians. That was fun to see, but that was like in the beginning 10 minutes and in the ending 10 minutes. And in the middle we got that side plot that I was not very much into. I want the Mandalorian stuff, man! I want the Mandalorian! I want to see the new Mandalore. And maybe some in the future Grogu is going to be the Mandalore. But anyway, this is pretty much my review of the 3 episodes that I watched. And yeah, I will see maybe the next one. I do other 2 episodes and then I should be catch up. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed my video. This was the Twisted Goblin. And I hope to see you guys in my next one. Bye-bye.
Then the days got worse and worse, and now you see I've gone completely out of my mind.